Hello and welcome to Too Fast, Too Forever. Welcome to the family. We chose this one. This is episode 396, Life in the Fast Lane, number 42. I'm Joey Lewandowski.
I'm Joe, too.
And Joe, we have another minute of the Tokyo Drift movie, which I don't think I'm going to put the audio in because, once again, the entire minute is just ba with the ba. There's 2 lines of dialogue, which I will quote for you now, before I do the plot and overview. I thought you loved me. Oh, well. That's it.
I think that is a very good candidate for the title of the minute.
I thought you loved me?
Yeah. Okay. I think it's very iconic. I think that, I know it's kind of a cop-out, but what else? What are we going to name it? Driving More?
Driving Miss Daisy. I don't know. So here's what happens in minute 8. I thought you loved me. Sean and Clay continue to race through Shangri-La, turning and weaving down empty roads. Finding himself behind Clay, Sean turns down another road, now driving parallel to Clay. As Sean catches up and turns to laugh at Clay, Nikki questions Clay's love for her. Did not realize how many times I wrote Clay in those sentences. Sean turns his head back to the road. As Sean turns his head back to the road, he sees construction supplies in the path of the car as the minute ends. And we are very near the end of this race, but for now, it's just zipping through empty neighborhoods. We've completely lost the truck of football goons.
Yes.
It's just these 2 cars.
They made the turn. They're going down the other... Main Street always goes back to Main Street. Is that episode even out yet? Yes, it did.
Yes, Pleasantville is out, yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so... Yeah, they're just driving through Pleasantville.
One of them goes fast. Oh, the other one goes fast. Like, this minute is really... How do we show these boys are going very fast? It's like, well, they're shifting, and they're
going
fast.
The
gas pedals.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh-huh. So... That's minute 8. But, Joe, I have no new clothing. The dialogue I already quoted. There's no new music. It's still Ba with Da Ba by Kid Rock. But what did you notice in minute 8?
I have 2 cool things.
Okay.
First thing, Shangri-La was actually in Victorville on I-15, 80 miles north of Los Angeles. So it was not in Arizona, as we suspected. Second thing that I really wanted to talk to you about today was something that I had never noticed in this minute. I could not have, if you would have asked me this, I probably would have said no, it didn't exist. And that is, why is there an extended shot, if you watch this second by second, of an oil rig? Did you notice the oil rig?
Did I notice the oil rig?
If you didn't, that's amazing, because it's that innocuous. There's a shot of just, like, an oil pump, like, drilling into the ground, a la...
yeah.
What is it? No Country for Old Men? Mm-hmm. Or is it that
There Will Be
one?
Blood?
There Will Be Blood. That's it. It's a la There Will Be Blood. There's an oil rig there.
I think that's there just to be like, this is
desert.
Is Texas, but not Texas.
It's
right?
not. It's Arizona.
Like, there's
so,
gas there.
On top of that, Joey, good point. Thank you for the segue. I said, this is Texas, and why I looked up where the actual place was, because I wanted to see where it was, which is California.
Mm-hmm.
In Arizona, there's very, very little oil.
Okay.
There's some, but there's very, very little oil, to the point where they say that the statewide production of oil in Texas is the equivalent to one day in one... I'm sorry. Statewide oil refinement of Arizona is equivalent to one refinery in Texas in one day.
Okay.
Like
maybe this is the extent of... I mean, again, this is California, but this is the extent of Arizona's oil production, perhaps.
Pretty much.
This one derrick, this one rig.
So in my research for this, because there was nothing to do in the minute, I researched the history of oil in Arizona, and a bunch of people went bankrupt out there trying to find oil in the early 20th century. There's like 1,100 total like rigs in Arizona, so this is apparently one of them, although we're not in Arizona, we're in California. And I think the question should somehow revolve around the oil rig. Like, what piece of construction equipment I don't think
so.
You don't think so? That's the only thing. What is better than that?
I don't think. Well, there's no better than that. I don't think we do a trivia question for this minute. I think that there's just
we have to pass. We have to pass on this minute.
I just don't know.
Should we change the title and ask him what Nikki says to?
What we could do.
What? Because I would like to get a question.
I don't know, because I don't know that her name is ever said, but we could ask, what is the name of Clay's girlfriend?
No. That's not fair. It has to be
Okay, it's not. It's also not Nikki. It's Cindy. Nikki Griffin is the actress. Cindy is the. So hold on.
Yeah, so there you go. You were an asshole in your own question.
Is Cindy though?
Because we could do like, I thought you said this was your car. I thought you loved me. I thought you'd win. Do you not like going fast?
So earlier, 2 minutes ago, she says, "Make it interesting, Clay." So we could, I mean, but we've put Clay's name in 4 straight questions, so we can't ask what's Clay's name. So the two things that I don't think we do the oil rig, because I think that is just like an establishment shot that people.
Fine.
I watched this minute 4 or 5 times because again I was just like, let me just make sure there's no other dialogue. There's no other dialogue. Okay, cool. And I didn't see it any of those 4 or 5 times.
That's amazing that you watched this specific minute.
It's kind of like the I know. I feel
that's
like,
why I thought it was funny. But go ahead, continue. I get it.
I think it's one of two things. I think we either say what is the name of Clay's girlfriend, or because again we have talked about Cindy for several minutes now in this thing. And again, this quiz is not for people who have seen Tokyo Drift. It's for people who listen to this podcast who have seen Tokyo Drift. So like people know Cindy, even though I kept saying Nikki, and I will probably guess her name is Nikki when we do the quiz because that's going to be an answer. Or we could say, what is her line? I thought you loved me. I thought you liked me. I thought you cared for me. I thought you whatever.
Yeah,
But
I thought you were going to win. Either one is fine with me. But I think the Cindy one is really fucking hard. I think that's way harder than I thought you loved me, because that's like a very iconic line.
I agree, it's harder. I just don't know if her name is ever said.
I don't know. You have the script.
I don't think her name was ever said. It might be listed, like when we get to either next minute or the minute after, when we get to the police station, it might be listed on a piece of paper.
Like a rap sheet, yeah.
As far as I can tell, based on the document on scripts.com that I use as my source for the dialogue, I don't think her name is ever said.
I don't either. That's why I don't think you can ask that question. Like, it's not something, like, you can't get that from the movie.
She's a central character of this movie so far.
I know, but you can't get her name from just listen. Like, it has to be that it's, I know it's for people that listen and do the quiz, but I don't think that you can do it with like something that's not in the movie, like something that's not seen or heard.
What line does Cindy say to Clay? Or no, what does Cindy say to Clay to express her displeasure about his racing performance? I thought you loved me. I thought you liked me. I thought you cared for me. And give me one more.
I thought you said this was your car, because it's his dad's car. So. Oh, nice. Okay, I like this. This was
minute 8. I thought you the name of the minute is I thought you.
No,
loved
I said
me.
no. I said
okay,
now we
have
have to change. We have to change that. That's the part that I said. Yeah. Can we name this like oil rig and or no? Wait, what is it? What was it? There Will Be Blood. That's it. Can we name it There Will Be Blood? Please?
Well, I named it to Striking It Rich with Arizona Oil, but we could also do There Will Be Blood or The Price on the Rig, though, or
The Price on the Rig, though. That's really good. I like that a lot. For anybody that doesn't get it, it's one of Joey and I's favorite jokes from the TV show Atlanta. What did they call it?
The episode was BAN, B-A-N, Black Area Network.
Yeah. So they were doing a spoof on a BET episode where Paperboy is being interviewed, and they cut in like what would essentially be like fake BET commercials. And one of the best commercials ever is somebody goes in to buy an Arizona iced tea, and he's like, okay, $129. And he's like, but the price on the can, though.
The price is on the can, though.
yeah. And
then the Arizona logo pops up.
Yeah. Excellent.
So minute 8, The Price on the Rig, though. What does Cindy say to Clay to express her displeasure about his racing performance? I thought you loved me.
Accomplished for a minute that is just driving.
Yeah.
Rough. I hope we get out of Shangri-La. Like, at least flip the car in the next one, right? We get the flip in the next one.
I think so.
Because then we can at least look through the wrappers and stuff. That'll be fun. Tabasco sauce flying around him.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
All right, Joe. On the streets, news about the Fast and Furious. The only thing that I have, other than one thing we learned about today, is the Super Bowl commercial, the ice cream commercial, which now, by this point, by the time the episode comes out, is so old. But what do you think of the Haagen-Dazs Not So Fast, Not So Furious ice cream commercial?
I don't think I didn't even see it, to be honest with you, because like I didn't watch the first half of the Super Bowl because I was.
But you watch it online?
No, because I thought I was gonna I was like, okay, I'll see it eventually, and then I didn't see it.
Joe, you host a Fast and Furious podcast.
I know, but it's like a commercial about like Haagen. Like, I don't know. It doesn't necessarily do it for me, but I get.
I understand that your apathy toward
my apathy toward was so grumpy this year, dude. Like, I don't think you understand it. I don't think you understand.
No, I understand. I hear you right now. I've also talked to you every week for the last 7 years or 10 years or whatever. How long? 9 years since Zack Attack. I understand how grumpy you are. You still got to watch a 30-second commercial that has nothing to do with the Super Bowl.
Okay, I'll watch it. But sure.
We're going to watch it right now.
Okay, do that. That's fine. I'll do that. Perfect.
Jesus.
Let's do it.
All right. Not so fast, not so furious.
Oh, how Los Bandoleros.
Well, we talked about that already.
But it has a Los Bandoleros vibe.
Having a fast life.
Oh.
Not today. What? Are y'all kidding me?
Yeah, Rocket pointed out on Twitter that
Yes.
it was very Los Bandoleros. And yeah, it's just them cruising.
It's cool. I like Luda showing up too. That's pretty cool. It was good. It was better than I thought. It was very innocuous though. Like, it's just them driving, dude.
I mean, what'd you think it was going to be?
I don't know. Sometimes these like have like a moral to the. You know what I mean? Like, Jesus saves.
I will
Joey.
say the commercials this year reminded me more than ever of, I think it's like from a 1998 to 2000, like in that era, Lewis Black joke. I listened to his, like, I've never really cared about politics, and I definitely didn't care about politics when I was 10, but for some reason, this political comedian I was just drawn to, and I loved his stuff. But he talked about how commercials back then were getting so confusing. He's like, 2 rabbits sit at a log. One goes home and kills himself. Buy a bike. And it's like, I don't know what the commercial's about till the last second. And I feel like this
it's
year,
always that. Yeah,
more than ever, it was like, this is a minute-long commercial. I don't know what's going on. Oh, it's for Haagen-Dazs. But like, this is not this one, but like a lot
I get what
of
you're
them
saying.
this year
Yeah,
were
they're
just
like,
I don't know what you're selling.
2
I don't know what the
ballerinas
story
dancing,
is.
and they're like, adalimumab for your chronic psoriasis, and you're like, okay.
It was wild. Like this year, more so than ever, I was very confused by all of that.
Makes sense. The other thing about the Super Bowl commercials, I'm getting disenchanted with them in general because it's pissing me off that they come out all a week before the Super Bowl. Like, there's so much like hype and release and like trailers for the commercials happening, and like as someone that like watches a Today Show to get ready in the morning, they were going over like all the commercials the week leading up to the Super Bowl, and I was like, this is annoying. Like, I don't even need to watch the Super Bowl for the commercials because they're fucking already online and shit too, and like on top of the Taylor Swift, on top of the Chiefs, on top
She was
of
only
it.
shown once, I think.
I don't know because I wasn't fucking watching. But
I do think it's also funny that you're like, man, they show all the commercials. It's like, well, because you're watching media, like you're just like consumed in things that like it's the 24-hour news cycle. Like I agree, like it's, you don't have to wait, but like also it makes sense to like, if you're gonna spend $8 million in 30 seconds, put it out the week before.
I get the logic of it. I just don't like it. That's my argument.
But Screen Rant said Fast 11's ideal ending for Dom and Letty, which is done by Vin Diesel's Super Bowl commercial. And so they were basically just like, we should have seen this as the end of the movie, and instead it's a commercial for ice cream.
That's fair. That's a good point. I mean, but I think the end of the movie is going to be something similar to this anyways. It's just going to be a barbecue with all of them eating ice cream. There you go. Cool.
I like the commercial. It was exciting to see because also there was something exciting about like, we knew it was going to come, and there was something. Oh, also like within that same commercial break, I think they did a teaser for Megan 2, and I was just like, this is great. Like I haven't cared about. It was in the second half. It was in the third quarter, I think. And I was just like, there's not been a lot to like care about. The Kendrick halftime show was good, but I'm just like, oh, the same commercial break. We got a Megan teaser, which again was premiered during the Grammys, and then they also showed this. I'm just like, cool, all right, sweet.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna watch anything, and then Rachel said I want to watch Kendrick at the halftime show, and then when I saw the score, I was like, excelente. I will keep this on to watch the Chiefs get dog walked, and I was happy about that.
Now the other thing that that crossed our desks today as we're recording is on May 3rd in Brooklyn. They are staging The Fast and the Furious, a musical parody. You can buy tickets online. Tickets are $40, which feels entirely too expensive for this. But the event info says, after multiple sold-out runs in LA, the boldest, baldest musical in the world is coming to New York for the first time ever. Come watch your favorite car-driving gang members battle their greatest foe yet, singing and dancing at the same time in an unauthorized parody that is in no way connected to the Universal property.
I think we should go.
We can go.
Should we go? You gonna get the tickets?
I will get the tickets. I got to talk to Margaret. I don't think she's going to want... I mean...
I don't think Rachel's going to want to go either.
Yeah.
I can ask her, but
we'll figure
I
it
don't...
out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. What else did you say that there's a daytime ball game that day, too?
Yeah, the Yankees are playing the Rays. They're hosting the Rays at 1 o'clock the afternoon.
And what time's the show?
Doors are at 7, shows at 8.
Can we just have a boys' day?
Yes. So I will say that the Bell House where this is going to be, I've been a bunch of times. It's just general admission. So you kind of have to get there. You don't have to get there at 7, but like if you show up like closer to 8, like we will be standing and it's miserable to watch a show standing there. I've done that before. So we'll just, mosey on over from the Bronx over to Brooklyn and do the thing.
Cool. I like that. I like all this idea. Yes. And we will report back.
Mm-hmm. I should also ask our fellow New York compatriots like Walt and Kim if they want to join us at the Fast and Furious: a musical parody.
We absolutely should. I would like to hang out with them too if they're free and they would like to join us for this goofy shit. Please.
So if you're in the greater New York City area and you want to join us for the Fast and Furious: musical parody, a thing that we are not affiliated with,
and they're not affiliated with,
no one's affiliated with.
Yeah,
it's nobody's car.
Yeah.
Join us at the Bell House on May 3rd. Tickets available on Live Nation. If you just search the Fast and Furious musical parody on Google, it's just the first hit. So just go do that.
Cool.
Is there any other news that you have seen in the last couple of weeks?
No, I was looking through the news thing on Discord, which I usually reply to, and nothing really, to be honest.
Rocket's still out here on Twitter just saying, like, you think we're going to get a movie this year? Think we're going to get a movie next year? Just like, I don't know, man. Like, maybe. Like, they're not shooting
next
things.
Year. Yeah. I think next year at the earliest. But we have time for, like, I saw him talking about, like, what, like, some movie got pushed. Was there, like, a Tom Cruise movie or something? There's, like, a big movie that, like, had a slot in... When did the Fast and Furious movies usually come out? About May, right? It's
Correct.
usually May.
Well, it depends. So I think they're going to put this one out in June, which will be the 25th anniversary. So the news that came out yesterday as we're recording was that the Daniels follow-up to Everything Everywhere All at Once was removed, and Spielberg's next movie moved back from May to June,
Yes.
I think next year.
So May gives them a good slot for it. That's what I was thinking.
I think that, Dom or Vin, Jesus, they're all the same person, Mark Sinclair being sentimental about the 25th anniversary would want to do it close to June 16th, but I don't know. Universal also might be like, no, we can't do that because we need to make money.
Yeah, who knows?
But sometime, theoretically, next summer we'll get it, but they're not shooting yet, as far as we can tell. We would know. We would know. We would see it. We would be told.
You guys would know and tell us, yeah.
Run the VIN. It's time to run the VIN. We're going to go on Instagram.com and see what Vin Diesel has been up to. I will also tell you, he posted stories, for the first time I've ever seen, on Super Bowl Sunday about the thing. So I'll show you those as well. But let's go to Vin's Instagram.
This is like one of my favorite segments we have ever done. This is such a genius idea. Good job, bud.
So here's Vin. Oh, they changed the format on desktop to be from squares to the picture. Like, it's so annoying. Like, if you look at, for the entire history of the show, I've been doing square pictures, and it used to look beautiful, and now it looks shitty. But Instagram go into Reels. That's what we got to do.
Oh, that's really fucking stupid.
So the most recent one that we did was this one from 2 weeks ago with Paul and Jordana and Vin and Michelle. And after that, we got 25 years. ...
Seeing all the Fast and Furious stuff, I seen the Chevelle. It says
okay.
Brought in. Now the RX-7, all the Charger up there, all the iconic Civics.
Oh, those are unmistakable. Those three cars started my
for
Hondas. The green underglow. Yeah, I had to turn around when I saw them coming this way.
My heart is just going.
What are these for?
I'm here on the Universal lot. Just came out of one of the most amazing Fast and Furious production meetings ever. With one objective in mind. We are to return fast to Los Angeles. Our finale answers a quarter century of our relationship.
We got Samantha Vincent and Amanda Lewis, producers. Got some technical advisors here.
It's responsibility for us to deliver that on this very lot 25 years ago. We started a production called Redline, which later would become the infamous global Fast and Furious. But it all started here.
It's only my opinion, but I think that's what the fans want.
I think they're still selling, dude. I feels like they're selling.
What made Dom.
That's cute.
It's emotional. This should be emotional. That's the most important thing.
Fast being filmed in Los Angeles is so important now more than ever because so many of the crew members, cast members, people from the studio have lost their homes, lost their livelihood.
There's a group of like 15 people there in like a warehouse talking about the movies.
Yes.
Doing our
Yeah.
part to rebuild, revitalize, and return to LA.
Doesn't... Oh my god, dude. But the production of these makes...
We'll
it
be
makes
home
me...
soon, Los Angeles.
The production of these makes me think that this is like them shooting a behind the scenes to come out, like the DVD extras. That's what he's releasing.
I still can't put my finger on who is making these because the production values
Same.
are very high.
That's what I'm
and
saying.
Also very low. Because the
Yes.
audio was mixed like absolute dog shit, but it looks beautiful. There's the layered sound.
That's what I'm
These-
trying to say.
It's very strange.
It's very weird. Like, what are these for? I mean, like, I get that they're promo for Fast and the
They
Furious,
are only to bring Fast back to Los Angeles.
but it's weird, dude. I just don't. I can't place like I can't get a grasp on what they're actually trying to do with these. Like, are these the DVD extras and Vin's just like dropping them on his Instagram because he thinks they look cool and they're like already making them?
I
Like,
don't
you know
think
what I
this
mean?
becomes a thing. I don't think them.
I do. I think it's like it feels like they're shooting like the documentary for making Fast.
Well, they're not about it. They're just talking about what they did 25 years ago and how they need to return. There's nothing
And they've
about
been
like
bringing the cars in. That's
here's
all they've
what
been
we're
doing is
doing.
shipping the cars in.
these cars probably already exist in LA, and Vin paid a semi or a flatbed to just like put a car in there and just drive it in and film it coming in. Like, it's very strange. It all feels like what we've been talking about the last handful of episodes. He is either appealing to Universal / Comcast, whoever, to shoot in LA or to get the ball rolling or something. But like,
There's an ulterior motive. That's what I'm trying to say. It feels like there's an ulterior motive here that isn't Vin trying to make his own Fast and Furious documentary via his Instagram.
I think what you had said before about like trying to like, it's like a budget thing or something. I don't know. He is appealing to someone somewhere for something.
Something, yes, right. It seems there's an underlying marketing happening, and I can't figure out what it is yet.
Honda comments, do those Civics have spoon engines? Which is pretty good. I'm gonna like that one.
Pretty good.
And then Choco Fast and Furious 4. How nice it would be if my car, a perfect replica of Paul Walker from the movie Wild Speed 4, could appear in the movie. I'm looking forward to the release of Wild Speed.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
Next picture. So that was February 9th. That was 10 days ago. Vin just says 25 years, ... The next one.
It's a commercial.
Same
Okay.
commercial, but in a weird aspect ratio for
Yeah.
Instagram, for Reels. To our global family that missed this at the Super Bowl, ...
What happened to Fast Life?
Not today.
What? Are y'all kidding me?
Dom and Letty enjoying that coastal sunset, filming in LA and celebrating 25 years, ... All love, ... Hats off to at Haagen-Dazs US, at Emrod Official, at Ludacris, at The Fast Saga, at Nice and Frank.
Who's Nice and Frank? Yeah. It must be the director or something, right?
Nice and Frank is the creative agency that put it together.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
It was a wonderful ad, says Terry Lynn Christian.
Yeah, that one's okay. Whatever. He needs to push the commercial again. Cool.
Next one's a picture of Rock'em Sock'em Robots, and he just says, childhood dreams coming to life, ... Posted the same day as the last one.
So is he making a Rock'em Sock'em Robots movie, I'm
He
guessing?
is. I think so.
Okay.
We haven't talked about it in a while. I'm pretty sure there's a Rock'em Sock'em Robot.
Is this part of that they needed to make an expanded universe for games, like for childhood toys, and we were like, oh, that's it. It is probably part of the Barbie shit, right? Do you think it's that?
So September 8th, here's what we know from Screen Rant. It might be. Is it? Yeah, Mattel, success of Barbies.
Exactly. Remember we were
Success
like,
of Barbie.
oh, we really liked Barbie. And they're like, do you want a Mattel Cinematic Universe? And we're like, no. Nobody
so
ever
Vin is
asked for
attached
this.
as a producer.
Okay.
Robbie Brenner, Mattel Films exec, said development was ongoing, a script was being written. So that's, from September of this past year.
Okay.
Vin Diesel will also star in the movie.
Makes sense, yeah.
That's all the news we have. So, yeah, but dreams are coming, childhood dreams are coming to life. ...
Did you have Rock'em Sock'em Robots?
No.
Did you ever play with them?
I had one friend who had them, and he was, like, disenchanted. He's like, they don't really work. And I remember trying to play it once, and he was, like, down on it. So, like, not really.
But did you ever dream that it would be a movie, and did you want to play in it?
Well, there was that movie Real Steel, which was basically this already.
Chappie? Real Steel, essentially, yeah.
Real Steel with Hugh Jackman was...
Yeah, I watched this one too, yeah.
Live action, sort of Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Yes, exactly what it was, yes.
So...
I watched this movie, yeah.
They just have, now they have the actual branding.
Makes sense.
Okay, next Instagram.
Okay.
Grinding.
Oh, this one's good.
One rep at a time, ... And
He's on his ab wheel.
Working out the ab wheel on the floor
Yeah.
of his gym. Of his gym/kitchen.
Yeah, theoretically, he's right in front of the refrigerator.
He's got a rack
what
of
we know.
weights in front of him. He's got his mat on the ground.
That's an this is like, this should be framed. This one is really fun.
You don't see him, you just see his muscles.
Yeah.
Next one. The final one. Picture of him. I got excited when I saw this one. When contributing to the writing process of great stories, ... There's one place I head to, ... Bear Country. Find your Hemingway, ...
Find Your Hemingway is incredible.
Well, Joe, do you remember something about this before?
Yeah, this was when he was stoned and just pointing out into the woods and going, Bear Country.
Live in the Fast Lane, number 38, up here in Bear Country with all his New York thespians.
Yes.
He keeps talking about Bear Country. I had this moment when I saw this Instagram.
Should we name it Bear Country 2, the sequel, like the Baroning or something like
Electric Bear Glue?
Electric Bear Glue.
I don't know, because I have this moment, because we've been doing Run the VIN for several months now. But
Yes.
this is the first time where I'm like, oh, I'm understanding. Like, I'm
You're
seeing
into
the
the
pattern.
psyche.
I'm reading the Matrix through the code. Like, Bear
same.
Country is going to be a recurring theme.
It's like when we figured out that the stoned post around the fireplace was for Haagen-Dazs.
That was also special. But like, this is Vin being Vin. Like the ice cream.
Where
and
is
the
Bear
shooting.
Country?
I don't know, man. Probably Northern California, maybe.
Is it like a real name for something, or is that he just keeps calling it?
I don't want to Google it. I don't want to know,
it.
because I want to come across the answer, because he's dressed in like a winter puffy coat and a knit hat.
It's kind of orange enough that he looks like he's hunting them, which is also its own thing. So according to like Google, there's really no California Bear Country.
Okay.
Bear Country, USA is in Rapid City, South Dakota. I don't think he means that.
No, I think it's just like where there might be bears. Like, there's bears in California. Like, there's a bear on the California state flag. Like, there are bears in California. I think he's just going outside of LA.
Should it be where the wild bears are?
Let's think about it. Let's come back, because I want to show you also the 3 stories he posted.
Okay.
The night of the Super Bowl.
Okay.
And I want you to see on this thing. I opened up Instagram and I screenshotted this 32 seconds after he posted it. I don't have notifications turned on. I just opened it, just like, Vin posted the story? Hold on. So this is a shot of him and Emrod, and I don't see Luda in here, but a bunch of the cast and crew, I guess, of the commercial. And he says, shout out to this squad for bringing the Fast family to Super Bowl LIX at Haagen-Dazs, at Emrod Official, at Ludacris. I don't see Luda in here. Do you?
No, I don't see Luda, not even like hidden behind someone. So, yeah, he's somehow not in there.
So then shortly thereafter, he posted another one. Halftime had me at my Grand National. Who told him? One of the cars featured in next year's Fast finale. At Emrod Official, at the Fast Saga at Haagen-Dazs US. Haagen-Dazs by this point no longer involved in what's going on. Like it's not the ice cream anymore.
No,
This is
he's
just
tagging them for promo.
him and Kendrick and the car and what you pointed out recently, but it's the shot from the opening of 4, Letty in the
Yes.
hood, Dom holding her arm. Then, celebrating 25 years, ... finally coming home. And this was a video that he posted of the commercial at Emrod Official, at Ludacris, at Haagen-Dazs US.
See, again, he's pushing this coming home to LA thing, which, I mean, I get, but also weird.
One track brain. So,
We can't stop here. This is Bear Country. From Fear and Loathing?
I've thought that since we did that last time. I don't know if we talked about it in the last episode, but that's definitely been on my mind
What?
in terms of potential. Just, we can't stop here. This is Bear Country. I've thought about that as a potential thing.
Okay.
Find Your Hemingway is good, like you pointed out.
I like Find Your Hemingway, but you're right. We can't ignore that we're back in Bear Country.
Although the Find Your Hemingway alludes to the fact that we're in Bear Country without really
Does
just
it?
saying. It's the same post. Because I think like Find Your Hemingway is like, go be a man, go to Bear Country. Like that's the whole thing. It's just like drink with a rifle in the woods and go shoot some shit. Like that's Find Your Hemingway. Vin's not saying go write a novel somewhere. He's like, go be a fucking man in the woods in Bear Country wearing this orange shit.
Do you honestly believe that? Because I think that to Mark Sinclair, Find Your Hemingway means go get stoned in the woods and practice your theater acting skills at the same time with no audience. I think that to Mark Sinclair, that's what that means. And work out in your kitchen. I don't think that he actually envisions it as a gun and being manly. I think he envisions
No,
it.
I think the Find Your Hemingway is, I think, explicitly in Bear Country. It's not about the writerly thing. Like I think Mark Sinclair is in there somewhere, but I don't think he's tapping into Mark right now. I think Mark is.
It's Vin.
I think it's Vin.
Okay.
I like a Find Your Hemingway. We could do a Bear Country thing again.
How about Find Your Bear Country?
We can do Find
We
Your
should
Bear
all
Country.
we should all aspire to find our bear country. ... Yeah. Yes. What the fuck is Bear Country?
I think it's just like rustic, wildernessy
Woods.
California.
Woods in California. Yeah, I think so too. But where is he specific? I want to know where he's talking about when he says find bear. I'm going to Bear Country. Did the other one have a location attached to it?
I don't think he does locations. I don't think I've ever seen a location on these.
It would be kind of dangerous if you were like Vin Diesel, I think. I don't think you can dox yourself, so.
So the working out one, he put a song on there. The song was not in the actual video he shot. He added a song to that video, but there's original audio. He doesn't do locations. He just does. But he could still say Northern California is a location in Instagram, right? Like
that's what I mean.
Redwoods
That's what I thought.
whatever.
Yeah. The Sierra Nevada mountains or whatever, right? I don't know what he means, but sure.
Yeah, you're right. Like he shouldn't. He would never dox himself. Not drop my pin location, but he could say this forest or something as long as it's not
That's what I was saying. I was hoping it was this national park, like Yosemite or something, whatever, right?
Sadly, no idea where Bear Country is. One day we'll find out, perhaps.
You know when you say you want to ask Jordana Brewster what food all over the place means? If we talk to Vin at this point, I'd be like, so where's Bear Country? And he'd be like, wherever you believe it is in your heart.
You do know that if we talk to Vin Diesel, he would give way more of a shit about that than anything about the Fast and Furious.
Yeah, no,
because that's what he cares about. No, I think he cares about making the fans happy, but I think what matters to him is Bear Country. And I also think what matters to him is Los Angeles for whatever reason. Although it might not. It might just be we need to get this movie made so I can make a little bit more money.
You know what I really need? If he does it one more time, we need to make a sorry, I'm not in. I'm in Bear Country t-shirt. You know what I mean? Can't work today. I'm in Bear Country or something. It's something that I could wear to work that is so stupid.
Yeah.
That's sorry for not replying to your email. I was in Bear Country.
Or what's it the worst day fishing is always better than the best day. The worst day in Bear Country is always better than the best day at work.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
My other ride's a Bear Country.
Exactly. Yes.
Think about it.
I would love.
If there's a third Bear Country, we'll do something.
Okay, we have to release a T-shirt for Bear Country. Oops, all Bear Country.
Okay.
What the fuck is Bear Country? Sorry.
It's his happy place. I do think that
I get it. It's Happy Gilmore's happy place with beers and lingerie. That's what he sees in Bear Country.
Like, I think what's special about Vin Diesel is that he is very much an open book, but he's also like a producer on stuff and like has to make a living. But I think he's also way more revealing of who he is and what he cares about than most other celebrities.
Yeah.
And I think the Bear Country is a look into this man.
I think so too. Does he have other posts about... I just want to do one more quick Google and be like, Vin Diesel Bear Country. There's an upcoming film about Bear Country.
We have a Patreon page, TooFast2Forever.com. Shout out to Nick Burris, Alex Ellenen, Justin Kleiman, Brian Rodriguez of High School Slumber Party, Wes Hampton, Jerry Robinson, Dan the Duke, Hayden, Renato DiDonato, Michael McGann, Lane Middleton, Lindsay Lewandowski, Nate Milton of the Kings of Sport, Jason Rainey, Tom Price, Mike Gallagher, Josh Buckley of Whole Lot of Wolves, Michael Moser, Christian Larson, Tara Newone, Aaron Willozen, Natalie Absolute, Randy Carter, Josh Goularm, Alex Walsh, Josh Luther, Jack Haley, and Jessica Collins, a.k.a. Montez. Thank you all for supporting us at the $5 a month level or above. If you want your name on that list, we've got a lot of bonus episodes coming out soon. The next episode that
we have a bunch stored. We have a bunch stored.
Star
you don't
Trek
even know.
4, The Voyage Home.
Oh, yeah, then we got so many because we recorded that a while ago.
We have 4.
Yeah, we're good.
So we got a bunch coming out in the next, every other week. So join up at TooFast2Forever.com. Even $1 a month gets you in the door, gets you all those episodes, early access to every other episode, the minute quiz. You can say, I thought you loved me, and get it right. TooFast2Forever.com, or just email us, family@cageclub.me. And Joe, we've got a bunch of things to read, but what's been happening recently, it's a continuation of what's been happening, but people are commenting on the Patreon posts. Again, another way to part of the
interact.
community.
Yeah.
Instead of sending emails, they just comment on the post. Also, Wes, instead of writing long emails to us, just writes long emails in Discord, and that's just what...
That's fine.
That's fine. I'm not going to read that on air because that's a different place. If you want to read those, go there. But if you want us to talk about it on air, family@cageclub.me, or comment on the Patreon. So the first comment up, and I don't even remember what we said. This was at 11 p.m. on Super Bowl Sunday night. Randy Carter says, your guys' predictions for the Super Bowl have not aged well, and it's only hours old.
Well, that's because I was like, the Chiefs are going to the Chiefs are going to win. We're going to see Taylor Swift. There's going to be an engagement on the field, blah, 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 blah. And thankfully, I put that into the universe. And guess what, Randy? It was a reverse jinx. I didn't want to see that. That's why I said it 50,000 times. And guess what? It didn't happen. And I'm a happier person for it.
I made Margaret laugh because, at the end, when the Chiefs were, looking all sad and, Travis Kelce's got to propose now, it's going to be real awkward, just, really sadly, just oh,
yeah. Did you saw the picture of him leaving in the sparkly shirt out of? Did you see this? Mm-hmm. That was such an incredible picture. That made me so joyous.
Well, I just saw him on the field. There's all the the Jalen Hurts not smiling, just looking cool, and there's just him just looking sad. It's okay,
yeah,
you're gonna be fine.
Damn, yeah, I think you're okay.
The next one, the next day, Jerry commented on our last Fastlane and just said, Ileana made me watch Blended, fell in love with all of it immediately.
Because it's actually a pretty good movie. That's what I'm saying. I'm glad you agree.
Blended, Hive, Rise Up.
Yeah. Blended is it's really not that bad. It's surprisingly cute.
Next one, we have new patron Jack commented. Wait, did I write Jack's name down? I think I did, right?
I thought so.
Jack commented on the post, love your theories on how Giselle survived her Fast 6 fall, because Jack wrote in about that, and we're like, here's how we think. And so Jack liked that. Jack also commented, an idea to update your Twitter game, because this was about Alex saying...
Yeah, are we still going to use the Bird app? Yeah.
He says, you could try to engage with people who comment on Twitter posts from the official Fast account. You know those people are into Fast if they're commenting during non-movie release times, which is, a good point.
You know what else I just thought? Now that you said that, you gave me another idea, bud, that I think I'm going to pitch to Joey. As we were looking through Run the VIN, we should reply to people that reply to VIN.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
If we want points, yes. If the actual goal of the game is to get people to listen to the show, I don't think reply guys or VIN fans.
No,
are
the one that
audience.
was like, I would love my car to be in Wild Speed 4. I'm ready for Wild Speed to come out. Like that guy, when I saw that comment today, I was like, oh, we should BDWHAPFY him. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure we could scroll down. I think that maybe necessarily it wouldn't be like a game for us, but I think while we're playing Run the VIN, we could cut in a like we pick one, you pick one, I pick one from the same post or from that section of posts.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? Just an idea.
I just don't know.
Suss it out.
That's hard to track score-wise, but we can also just like promote the show. Like, I think there's something nice about the Twitter thing because like part of what I like about it is that we fail so often.
Same.
There's also people like Rocket, like we find people on
the highs,
like,
the highs that are really high. Yeah. And the
Mm-hmm.
lows are like we expect tons of rejection.
Jerry also commented on the Pleasantville one and just said, Joe 2, watch Bridesmaids high as fuck. It'll change your mind, brother.
I'll consider it, bud. I will.
Then we have 3 actual emails. Jack replies to his own email about how did Giselle survive the Fast 6 fall.
Okay.
And so I don't know if this is about that or not. He says, hey, fam, in the next Fast movie, do you think Jacob comes back alive in a flashback or not at all? He's alive.
I think he's alive, yeah. I think that odds are on Fast and the Furious math, that man's alive.
Jack says, I would love if the next movie showed a flashback scene with him and Little V, and maybe even show how Jacob left something behind to help Dom and team defeat Dante. Right or die, Jack? I mean, they could do that.
That's a really good guess. That is a really solid way to do it. I agree, but I think that...
But also, it's just a more emotional moment if he shows up, and it's just like...
It saves them at the end again. Yeah, exactly.
Lane emails in about Herbie.
Okay.
Which I feel like we
What's
did
up,
forever
Lane?
ago. I don't remember.
We did forever ago.
We did the Herbie Fully Loaded thing on September 21st of 2021.
Okay.
Lane says, I've reached Herbie Fully Loaded on my catch-up. In the episode, you discussed new listener Lane, who was on episode 7. You think he's nuts for starting from the beginning? You are correct. You think I'll hear that episode in 2023? Less correct. Somewhere around the end of that lap, I started listening in real time, but I have a couple months worth of shows to be fully caught up. It only took 4 years. For the first year or so, I was driving 6.5 hours twice a week and was able to fly through a bunch, but after my reprieve from that project, it slowed a little.
You're still crushing, bud, and I'm impressed with you every day. All of you guys, when you say you're doing this, I think you're crazy and you shouldn't. Whenever somebody says, like, oh, you have a podcast, I should listen to it, I'm like, you should not.
Margaret recently was just like I know the catch-up thing, because she recently was just like, sorry that that took a little bit longer. I'm like, you can leave me anywhere for any amount of time. I have a podcast to listen to. Like, it's just, I can kill time wherever. Yeah. Like, it's fine. Don't feel like, oh, that took 10 minutes. Like, I don't care. Like, I have infinite podcast. Not infinite, but like more than I will
shows, podcasts, anything that you have on your phone. Yeah, and I have a phone. As long as I have a phone and some AirPods, I'll be good.
Our last email today is from Jerry, 2F Rewatch. This is again, to refresh the listeners, his format for rewatching the movies, talking about the races, thoughts, so on and so forth. So this is his Too Fast, Too Furious rewatch. Hey guys, I'm back with the Too Fast, Too Furious, and here's what I got. Races on the bottom. Grab your Gallo 24, popcorn, and hop in. First, I love the fact that they're using trucks for the heavy lifting. In one, there were no trucks.
Yeah, I think he means like pickup trucks. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Ja Rule never should have left the franchise.
He shouldn't have, and we said that this is possibly the reason for Fire Festival.
Maybe don't ask for $50 million.
Yeah.
When Suki said, quote, shit, it's Brian, Tej did say anybody. Brian is God in the movie.
Yeah.
He says, I wish we saw the car that Suki finished drawing up. I was so disappointed about that.
That's a good point. Yeah, we never thought about that before.
That's
You're
some
right.
artistic shit, girl.
Yeah.
Julia said 35 large. My captions caught it at $3,500.
Oh.
I want to say that's correct, going from 2,000 buy-in during 1F to 3,500 and 2F. Because, kick it a nickel, we're like $5,000. It's like 500, right? 35 large. Julia's just using large for 100 instead of 1,000, but whatever.
Yeah, but like 10 large is 10 grand. Like that's a common
10
saying.
grand.
10 grand. Yes.
Suki, I think, is a lesbian. She tells Julius to bend over before hitting his car from behind. I mean, that's not exactly lesbian tendencies, but
he's saying she's strapping him.
That's pegging. That's not lesbian. That's different.
I think pegging implies man.
She says Julius bend over. She's pegging Julius.
Oh, that's good. Yes, you're right. Yeah, fair enough. Yes.
Those EMP arrows are dope, and I would be so pissed if I saw Bilkins again, like, bro, why this asshole?
The EMP arrows are cool, yeah.
Best line in the movie. The movie has a lot of iconic quotes from I Don't Know Pizza Places Made Motors, Elion and Fidel, Ejectocito Cuz, and my personal favorite, use them bus tokens, partner.
Elion and Fidel hit so hard if you existed when Elion Gonzalez. Bring Elion back. Make Elion great again.
Mega.
Do you not want a weather balloon fake boy escape?
That was Falcon Heaney. I liked Falcon Heaney.
You liked Falcon Heaney?
Elion.
But you didn't like Elion?
Elion
it's the
was
same
like
boy. It's like season 2 of the same boy.
Elion was a sad story about trying to escape communism. Falcon Heaney was parents trying to make a splash.
A viral video.
Everything about that is wonderful. Everything about Elion.
I told you the writers went a little off the rails, but like
Roman grabs his ankle monitor a lot. I always felt like it'd give him a slight shock, I guess, to let the audience know he's on house arrest.
Timely pop culture reference. Did you see the Eagles fans getting married on the street before the parade came by, and the woman in her wedding gown was also wearing an ankle bracelet?
Very cool.
It was very. I was like, this sums up Philadelphia a lot. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As a driver, Jerry writes, I hate when people don't use their turn signals because I won't know where they're turning, and our protagonists do not signal before turning.
Yeah, Connecticut, California, same deal. No turn signals. Fuck them. They just turn.
Moving on to Monica and her fine ass. I like when Carter smacked her ass, I feel like she moaned. We talked about that.
Yeah.
No. We talked about her farting, which we still don't really buy.
Yeah, also true.
Maybe it was a moan. Who knows?
Yeah.
Did you know in a deleted scene after Carter hit his cigar, he passed it to Monica, she took a nice rip? We did. We talked about that in the deleted scenes.
Yeah. We covered that. I remember that for sure.
Brian's driving is improved during the movies, and the prelude by being in first in damn near every race, he always held the top spot.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Roman nearly blew the whole cover with his actions. Carter could have killed him immediately.
Should have. Off the rip.
Speaking of Carter, just don't hire him. Don't kill him.
Just in a criminal enterprise, like I'd be like, this guy got to go.
Speaking of Carter, he likes to say "shut up" a lot. Everybody in this movie likes to shut up a lot. You shut up. You girlie shut up. Like everyone says. I think it's just like lazy writing.
I think it's lazy writing and of the times. Shut up was real big back then.
Tej has been organizing and collecting since Tej kind of took Brian in to figure he knows about what happened in LA, which is why Jimmy told the crew about the car's hot wired with GPS. He just looked at him.
Oh, okay. I never implied that, but that makes sense, yeah.
I love the fact that the federal agent is so offended that Roman shot at him. I'm like, shit, I'd do the same thing to the pigs if I was in that type of audition.
Right? Yeah, you kind of have to. Like, not hit it. If you hit one of them, that's a different thing. But if you just, like, fire randomly, you shouldn't do that. But, yes, I understand.
One last job started from this movie. I mean, it's maybe in Fast and Furious. It's been around for a while, but maybe this is the one last job.
Yes, I can confirm that one last job happens in the first one when Mia's on the phone with Dom.
The window the cop gave the heroes wasn't 15 minutes.
Okay.
Because he says, I give you I get the
15-minute window.
Rat cop.
Yeah.
Yep. Brian said during the highway chase, he says casually, "Nice driving, Rome." Rome replies, "I got you, Brian," also calmly. It wasn't in the walkie, so how would they know what the other has said? This is something that's all fucked up in every movie.
Yes. And we've definitely talked about this when we were doing the minutes, that they talk to each other, but they can't see each other. Like, this is happening concurrently, and they're talking to each other, but they're not talking to each other. Yes.
Or again, like people in like a convertible car that like the wind is ripping by and they're still having a conversation, like there's no sound. It's like, okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, we were also like, there was the most recent Elvis episode that me and Mike did. They're singing a duet, Elvis and this other guy, like while driving separate vehicles. It's like, you guys can't hear each other. What do you?
Yeah.
Copter pilot acting all smug, saying they got nowhere to go. Then is like when Customs copter flew over them, she was like, "What was that?" I literally yelled, "Another helicopter, you dumb bitch." The cop writing down the notes where Tej and Suki said, "You owe us." He's obviously writing over the already placed pen writing. That's all I got. Let's move on to the races.
Okay.
First race. Brian, Slapjack, Suki, Orange Julius. Winner, Brian. Gotta let the audience know Brian is the new Dom.
Yes, for sure.
8 minutes, 42 seconds. Suki's in third. Julius last. But the next frame, at 8:43, Suki is in last.
Okay.
Shoddy editing. Too wide. Like Dom tells Brian, "Too soon, Junior." And it's the first Nas push by Slapjack. It also has a bridge.
Yes.
Car I liked, Slapjack's Toyota Supra. Car I didn't like, police cars, parentheses, still a buster.
Amen.
Second race, the tag race to retrieve the cigar. Winners, team protagonists. People got fucked in this tag audition, including the Celine, RIP, and the Corvette.
Yep. Yeah. We just kill that guy and then keep it pushing.
Third race, final race, tag team to win pinks. Loser walks home. Winners, team protagonists. A dual race. I like this. Tuna versus American Muscle. Brian did a little Dom move, waiting for the last minute.
Yeah, and I think if you remember when we talked about that in like some episode, that was just like fully shot in one night because they need an extra.
Mm-hmm.
They needed an extra race. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So they just like very, very well played. Or maybe it was when we were doing, what was it, the Unearthed? I think it was in that.
Icons Unearthed?
Yeah, I think it was in that.
That's all the email that we have. If you want to email in family@cageclub.me, or if you want to join the Discord, email in, or, get in touch with us and we'll get you in the Discord, or just comment on the Patreon, toofast2forever.com. Also leave us a review on Apple if you've not done that yet. That helps in some way, even though I think it's way too far gone. Whatever.
Yeah.
But Joe, extracurricular activities, what have you been up to since we last spoke?
Rachel and I have been watching a lot of television. We've watched Severance, caught up on that. We watched the first episode of White Lotus.
Cool. I'm behind on both of those. Do you like them both?
White Lotus is starting really slow. They're just setting it up.
They all start slow.
No, to be honest, somebody said this in like Severance. They were like, Severance is hitting points that you would get to at the end of a season in like episode 3. Mm-hmm. Like that's what I really like about it. Like it fucking cooks. Mm-hmm. Like they'll be like, oh, here was an idea, blah blah blah, and they're like, okay, you see the results of that idea by the end of the episode. And people were like, I don't like this season of Severance, and you're like, you're just conditioned to like be a slow burn to lead to like one thing over 8 episodes.
I think what people, I think it's less that and more that people don't want to think about TV anymore. Like I have friends who are just like, I don't remember what happened. I can't focus on this. It's just like, go watch the first season of 7 episodes or something. Like just go watch it again.
No, we didn't even need to rewatch. We watched, dude.
There's a solid recap before the first episode.
There's a solid recap, but even better is like
the second episode is also like what happened, right?
Yes, true, and also like whenever we're about to start a new season of something, we wait and we just go find like whatever YouTuber is like, here's a breakdown of what happened in the last season. And it's like a 15-minute video, but it hits like every fucking point. And we're like, oh, we forgot about that person. We forgot about this side story. We forgot about that. And then it's like 15 minutes. And we're like, okay, cool. We're ready. Like, you don't need to even rewatch the whole season is what I'm saying. Like, now is the golden era of like, somebody created a really well-edited video that's just all the highlights you needed to see with narration over it to give you the most condensed version of the season, and you're good to go. So like, just do that. Okay. Either way, Severance is good. White Lotus has a really it'll be good. 90 Day just started. This is the first season that they are having a throuple.
Okay.
Somebody has a foreign wife, and they're plotting to get divorced to then marry the new girlfriend to bring her over on a K-1 visa.
Okay.
It's probably going to be a bunch of morons. I love 90 Day. And then, Rachel and I went to go see Hard Eyes in theaters.
Did you like it?
Before Valentine's Day. It was good. Our theater was packed, and there was like kids in the back that were just talking very, very loud to the point where Rachel had to yell at them. Yeah.
Hell yeah, Rachel.
Like, yeah. They were like sitting next to her. She's like, I need them to stop. I was like, then you need to say something to them. And but one of my favorite experiences ever, Joey. We have a theater that you reserve your seats, whatever. So like, I always like pick seats way early, and Rachel and I usually sit in the exact same seats for most things, right? So we're in like a normal small theater. We sit in the back top row. The 2 seats, like, and it's like a couch. So there's like the 2 seats beside me were empty for a very long while, but eventually, like 5-10 minutes into the movie, these high schoolers come up, and they're like, there's like 3 boys and then a girl, and you could see that like the boy and the girl are a couple and the other are friends. They had like the 2 seats beside us, and I think like 2 seats down, but we're in the middle, right? So like they had like the 2 seats like down like in the back corner. So like the first friend comes by and like walks by us, and then like the couple comes and they sit down, and then the fourth kid like walks up and he goes, excuse me, and I just look at him and go, nope, and he's like, okay, and keeps walking. And I was like, whatever you're about to say to me is no. I can read where my ticket was. Whatever you have to say, the movie's already started. Beat it. Just move.
When
and he's
Bob
like, okay.
I saw what movie was it? It doesn't matter what movie it was, but it's some movie in New York. Like the theater is like a very long theater. It's like a row of 4 on each side of the aisle, but like probably like 30 rows. Like it's a very narrow, long theater.
Okay.
And we were on the aisle on the right, and there's the two of us. 5 minutes into the trailers, which again doesn't really matter because it's still just trailers. 2 guys like, hey, excuse me, and we're like, okay, cool. And like we sort of like awkward, you did awkward like stand up and they walk by or whatever.
Ass or crotch.
And then they look at the tickets like, oh, these are our seats, and they like walk across the aisle. So we're like, so we did like the awkward thing again, and they pass again. Then like 5 minutes later, 2 more guys also walked in front of us. And they're like, wait, these aren't our seats. Like it happened twice. Like
you're getting pranked. You were like on a candid
they
camera
were like
show.
Friends with each other or something because they like went all. I'm just like,
can you guys fucking read? Can anybody fucking read? I think that this kid was actually trying to be like, hey, can I sit next to my friend? And I was just like, I don't even know what he was gonna say because I just nope, get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna have a different update next time because I'm doing something fun starting tomorrow.
Cool.
How about you, brother? What have you been up to?
I have officially seen every Best Picture nominee. So how many of the 10 have you seen? Have you and Rachel seen? Because you were like going gung-ho for a while, then you sort of slowed down.
No, we're still on 8. No, because we were watching a lot more television. We are going to watch Nickel Boys soon, and the other one is still not being shown anywhere around us.
Really? Because it's pretty wide now by me.
No, when I saw it, there's only no, it's the closest one's like 45 miles from me. Well, in what's it called? But yes.
Because there's like 4 or 5 theaters near me. I saw it last night. Like it's not in like AMC's or stuff, but like it's like every indie-ish theater has it now by me at least.
Yeah, I have to double check, but I was like, okay, I still got a couple weeks left. Like I'll get there.
So I've now seen all 10. I have my power rankings of not necessarily the best, but also favorite or whatever. But here's my ranking.
Good.
From
please.
bottom to top.
Okay.
At the very bottom, Amelia Perez. Very slightly above that, Wicked.
Wow. Joey, we've been blended.
I will say Wicked is better made and way more boring. Like,
yes. Have you seen Wicked before? This is
No.
your first experience with it. Same.
What I was annoyed by, and I was talking to, because on Monday, Bob woke up and was just like, or Bob texted our group thread and just like, well, I woke up and watched Wicked today. Not my cup of tea. I'm like, all right, I'll watch it. Because like, I was meeting Bob and another friend for Wings to watch the Four Nations game. And I was like, I'll watch Wicked because the other kid loves
Oh, yeah. By
theater.
the way, it's going to be too late to say it, but the Four Nations USA-Canada game was fucking lit.
I'd missed that one. I saw we sort of half paid attention to the Sweden USA one but it didn't matter. Like the kids didn't play it, whatever. Anyway, so we both watched it, and like I was saying things that like he had said to other friends who had already seen it, but like it was annoying to me that Wicked is like it's very Harry Potter. It's like let's make a franchise out of it. It's also very Wonka.
Yes,
and it's also very Solo because Solo is like, hey, you ever wonder where he got that name and the fuzzy dice and the falcon and where he met Chewie? You're going to know all of that. And how he also did the Castle Run in 12 parsecs or whatever. You're going to do all that in these 2 hours. And it's like, do you ever wonder where she got that hat and that broom? And also why the yellow brick road is yellow? And also this and also this. I'm like, not really. I don't need to know. And it just kept hitting you over the head with just like, so that it's a better made movie, but at least Amelia Perez, for all of its bad stuff, is trying something new. And like that, I give it credit for. It doesn't hit, but
anything,
Wicked
any
is just
of
like,
those things.
Like Wicked, I knew what Wicked was before I even saw the movie. Like that's what
I never need to see that. Yep.
Amelia Perez, Wicked, and then there's a gap. There's like a jump up in quality.
Okay.
I'm Still Here.
Okay.
Complete Unknown.
Okay.
Conclave.
Okay.
Brutalist.
Okay.
Jump up.
Fair.
Dune.
Okay.
Substance. Nickel Boys. Honora.
Interesting. We watched Sing Sing too at some point.
Yeah, I mean, do you know what I mean? Like, I think we talked about that briefly. Like, it feels like it's trying to win awards. Like, it's like this is an important topic.
It does. It definitely does. I think that Dune is good. I think that The Brutalist is actually really good, but it does have the like, we're trying to win awards about it. The Brutalist is, I would clump it into that top sector and maybe move Dune down one.
This is more like, I don't know that The Substance is good. I just love The Substance. Like
I love The
Dune
Substance.
is great, and I love Dune. Like I
love Honora.
I was into The Brutalist, but I also kind of don't care. Like it's like it.
Really, Joey? Wow.
It feels like we are making an important thing about this important guy. It's like, okay.
Yeah, it hit a little bit better for me because, like I said, that there's like a lot of brutal architecture around our house, and it's like based on a guy that built something very close to our house, so that was kind of cool.
Like,
but
if it wins Best Picture,
I like the story too.
I'll be fine with it.
It seems like it feels like it will.
Well, Walt's newsletter has Honora as a clear frontrunner.
Really? Good for them, dude. I hope.
Well,
Honora
do you subscribe
wins.
to the
That'd be
award
sick.
supplement or no? He's got a second newsletter. He's got the Numlock Award supplement. So he has
No.
Honora as a clear frontrunner. He has Brady Corbet, who did The Brutalist, as a slight lead over Sean Baker, who did Honora. He has Mikey Madison as a clear frontrunner for actress.
Okay.
He's got Adrian Brody, I think, as a pretty okay favorite for Best Actor. And then, like, if Kieran Culkin or Zoe Saldana don't win Best Supporting, it'll be like a stunt. Like, those two have won like every precursor award. Like Kieran Culkin for Real Pain and Zoe for Amelia Perez have won every other one. So like they're gonna win these two. But according to Walt's model, Honora's a clear favorite right now for
That's
Best
interesting.
Picture.
Cool. Good. I hope so. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out.
So we'll see. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I've also seen a ton of movies in theaters because I had like extra movie pass credits and I also had some tickets. So I saw in theaters Companion, which is pretty good. Sci-fi horror movie.
Okay, cool.
We saw Amadeus, which is from the 80s, which is one of her favorite movies. Saw that in theaters. That was amazing.
Cool.
Saw Hard Eyes. So you didn't say what you liked. Did you like Hard Eyes? You talked about the theater being shitty.
Oh, no. I liked it. It was a stupid fun movie. I like horror movies set at a holiday that isn't Halloween. Mm-hmm. I think that's always a really fun premise. It didn't take itself too seriously. Jordana Brewster being in it was awesome.
And you heard the
I heard
obvious Fast and Furious reference.
The big obvious Fast and Furious reference that you guys all had told me existed without spoiling it for me, so thank you. I wasn't expecting it to be that. And overall, I thought it was pretty fun. Like, I don't know if they'll make more of them, but like these are movies that like are like I would see another one of these for sure.
So this one, I don't know if they're going to make a second one because it feels like there was like a mid-credits or a post-credits scene that like felt like it was going to set up a sequel, but it doesn't. But I think what works about this one is that it feels like Scream in that it's like, for reasons that I will not say for both spoiler and non-spoiler reasons, I think what works about it is that like it's making fun of rom-coms, so they could do another genre that also is a horror movie. Because it's like, it's the will they, won't they, but also being hunted by a serial killer, right? It's just like, well, we're not dating. Why is the killer killing couples coming after us? We're not together. It's like, well, it's the whole thing. So I really liked Hard Eyes.
I liked it too, yeah.
Saw Complete Unknown, which you talked about. I like it. Timmy's great, but it's also just like, it's a biopic.
It's a biopic, yeah.
Saw Captain America Brave New World. Thumbs down.
Really?
Bad.
Joey, you're full of, you don't like The Brutalist, you don't like Captain America.
I like The Brutalist. Captain America's bad.
I can
like
see
The
that we're in a
Brutalist.
new age of America here. That's all I'm saying. Wow. You didn't like Amelia Perez? Joey, I don't know what's wrong with you.
If you want to hear about Joe's thoughts about Amelia Perez, join the Patreon at the $50 a month tier.
And I will tell you my unhinged theory about Amelia Perez.
Saw Paddington Peru.
Oh, was
it's
it
not
fun?
Paddington 2. Still great.
Okay, cool.
And then I saw last night I'm Still Here with Margaret. So that's a bunch of movies. That's like 6 or 7. But I was like, what else is coming up? Like this weekend is The Monkey, which is based on the Stephen King thing.
I
Made by the
have
guy who
tickets
made
for Friday.
Long Legs.
Yeah.
Bob said it's the worst movie seen in years.
Are you serious? Do we trust him? I think we kind of like, I don't know. You got a better
Aaron gave it
gauge
3.5
on
stars.
Aaron Newell. Well, that's a 0 on Aaron's scale. Aaron's PS4 says thumbs down. Yeah, he says movie. 3.5 stars is movie to Aaron Newell.
Bob says dog shit. One of the worst movies I've seen in years.
Do we trust that though? I'm saying, should I like? Do you think I would agree with any of Bob's sentiments?
I think you will like it. I don't think it'll be good. I think you'll enjoy it. I'm gonna see it. I'm not gonna see it in theaters because I don't have the unlimited thing. I just like my movie pass is somewhat limited. So
okay, I got Jigglers. I was gonna see it jiggled.
I really love Tatiana Maslany, who is the female lead in it.
Yeah,
there's a lot of people in it that I
know that
like,
name.
but I don't know. The trailer looks awful.
That's a bad sign. I didn't watch the trailer, but
So it's based on a short story, which is not a good sign to make a 98-minute movie out of a short story. Go see it and let me know, I guess. But like,
if
that's
I
the big
don't
release
return my
this
tickets,
weekend.
but now you have me skeptical, big skeptical.
I mean, I think it'll be on demand in like 3 weeks.
Yeah,
TBD.
Ugh.
There's nothing else out this weekend, though. Like, as we're recording, like, The Monkey is the release. So if you want to see something new in theaters, it's The Monkey or bust.
Pretty much. Okay.
Although there was another movie. What was the movie? Oh, Parthenope, which is not going to be near you. But that's the new Luca Guadagnino movie, is finally out of New York and sort of near me in a couple places. That's
okay, cool.
Good, not great, supposedly, but I might see that. But yeah, The Monkey, man, like, I don't know. Let me know. If you see it, I'm curious. But
if I see it, I'll let you know.
I don't think you're going to be like, that movie was great. I think you'd be like, it was fun. We had a good time. Like, I think like that's a realistic outcome.
That's what I mean. That's what I was saying. Bob saying it's like dog shit movie, the worst movie he's seen in years. Does that mean like I won't have fun, or does that mean that like Bob just says that this movie is bad, and that's fine? Like, that's what I was asking you, because I have no scope of Bob's rating. Because like if you say like this is a dog shit movie, and then you'd be like, yeah, but you'd probably like it. I'd be like, okay, cool. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
no, I mean Bob. You guys don't have the same taste in
exactly
almost anything.
Exactly.
But because he has said to me a lot, I didn't like it, but I think you will.
Okay, yeah.
He just said full stop. Movie sucks.
That's what I mean.
So it was an extreme reaction to a thing that I have not seen him.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was trying to figure it out. Okay.
I don't know. I've not seen it.
I have to debate it. I have to debate it. I'll figure it out.
If you want more of those hot takes, listen to How to Win the Lottery every other Thursday. I think that's about it. I beat a video game called Astrobot, which won Game of the Year last year. It's on PS5. It's very, very fun. I think that's it, though. I just can't wait for it to not be cold because I want to walk so bad, but it's like 20 degrees in the morning and 20 degrees at night. And it's just like, I don't.
Oh, yeah. And my whole everything is ice. So
it's awful.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Anything else to say in this episode? Our return to Bear Country. Find your Bear Country.
I'm going to make a very, very sad announcement that I already told Joey about. In the longest regrettable thing, I finally subscribed to Numlock News, and it's awesome. You guys all should if you haven't subscribed to Numlock News. Walt's newsletter is awesome, and I just like his writing and everything about it. I've been sharing all my favorite Numlock News posts and like tidbits with my buddies and my in-laws because I think it's great to bolster. They really like bar trivia, so I was like, I think this is a great thing for you guys to read to just get up on random pop culture that you wouldn't get for bar trivia at least. So go subscribe to Numlock News. That's my take of the day.
And it's free.
And it's free, yeah. Or you can give Walt money, but either way,
yeah,
yes.
I pay him. It's $5. I pay him $5 a month, and I get the Sunday thing, and I just support Walt. So there you go.
Yeah, same. I got a yearly one. I was like, just fuck it. Here we go.
Thank you all for listening. Thank you for subscribing to the show. If you subscribe to the show, if you don't, do it. That's also free.
Yeah, true.
You can also pay us if you want, but you don't have to. It's also free.
Yeah.
Our next episode is Fast and Furious 6. Between now and then, we have Star Trek 4: The Voyage Home for patrons. That'll be out on Monday for patrons. Fast and Furious 6 out the next week, in 1 week for everybody. Find your Bear Country. That's all I got. Find your Bear Country.
Whatever that may be to you.
For all things Too Fast, Too Forever, go to cageclub.me, facebook.com/TooFastTooForever, or at TooFastTooForever on most of the social networks. Email us, family@cageclub.me. Check out our Patreon page at TooFastTooForever.com and our store at cageclub.me/shop. Maybe coming soon, Bear Country merch, who knows?
Hopefully,
and come back
please.
Next week for Fast and Furious 6. I'm Joey Lewandowski.
I'm Joe too.
And we will tell you all about it
when we see you again.